Check it. All right, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY, the meme stocks, the overall market, and then of course Bitcoin. FOMC minutes dropped today, so we're gonna be talking about that, the effect it had on the market, possible price targets, and more in this video. We're gonna be looking at the short term, what we could be expecting for the next couple of days this week, and then we're also gonna be looking into the future, the macro. We're gonna be zooming out so we can get perspective and keep our minds on straight, keeping emotion at the door and facts in check. With that being said, let's go and hop in the charts, the data, the facts, and see what we have going on.
All right, guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we are looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin as well. Moon Boys will be saying the bull market is here, but I'm here to tell you what the charts are saying. Again, I simply say what the charts are telling me. This video is not financial advice. Definitely should not be taken as such. And please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. Now let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, leaving emotion at the door so we can become successful traders. I just want to point out Bitcoin back at 43,000. Bitcoin back at 43,000 in a possible rising wedge where you will see a break to the downside. Now Bitcoin is moving up rapidly, but RSI is overbought, and I do expect a pullback. I just wanted to point this out for the Bitcoin markets because I do think we're going to see an overall pullback to the downside before a bigger push to the upside. Now, if SPY goes absolutely crazy, which I don't think is going to be happening, I'm going to tell you guys what I think is personally happening and give you price targets, because the main thing people are asking me for is price targets. So I'm going to give you price targets, and I'm going to give you what the charts are saying based off of just the charts, guys, the RSI, the Bollinger Bands, letting you guys know possible price targets and where I think we are actually headed with this thing. Obviously, this rally is not sustainable. You see a massive pump to the upside, which leads to a blow off top, which is exactly what you see here on the psychology chart, basically where you start to go parabolic and then you go straight up this point in time here before seeing an overall move to the downside. So I do think we're going to see this straight up blow off top, and that is possibly what we are seeing right here, a straight up blow off top. Guys, this is purely not sustainable. Unless RSI is about to make basically historic highs, this is not sustainable. RSI is at 84 on the 2-hour time frame, okay? 84 on the 2-hour time frame, 81 on the 4-hour time frame. On the daily time frame, way outside the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are way down at 466, where you'll probably see a pullback to. Multiple gap fills to the downside. There's no gap fills to the upside. Also, there's major resistance. And again, you can see RSI on the daily time frame at 78, guys, 78. Last time the market topped out, it was at 77, guys. So we are almost higher RSI than when we had the market peak. It's simply not sustainable. So this is why I say in this video, Moon Boys will be saying the bull market is here, but the charts are telling a slightly different story. So me personally, I'm going to stay hedged. I'm going to continue following my trading plans and my structure and not let the emotion of price, seeing price make the sudden move to the upside, go ahead and cloud my judgment. Again, each person needs to do their own research and do their own trades. But me personally, I'm still holding my SQQ position. I'm not comfortable saying a new bull rally is coming, and it simply does not look that way based off the charts and the data. Also, we can see that this is purely possibly a manipulated market because nothing really happened today. Okay, the Fed didn't really give any huge bullish news. Inflation didn't really go down. We've seen a lot of mixed reports with that. And the Fed left the funds rate the same. And every time the Fed drops rates, we have a recession. So every time you see a spike in interest rates, and I constantly keep showing this chart now so everyone can get it drilled in their head, and then interest rates plateau, and then you see interest rates come down, you always see a recession after that. So what I basically think is the market is front running where the rates get cut. Everyone thinks when rates get cut, that's going to mean to the moon. Everyone's front running that. Rates are going to actually get cut later on down the road. When they get cut, we're actually going to slip into a possible recession. Then you will see an overall move to the downside, and the most nasty rug pull that I've ever seen in my life. Again, I am not comfortable buying at these valuations. I'm a personal holder that likes to hold SPY when I feel comfortable at the valuations. I did buy in the 2020 run, ran it up. I like holding stocks with dividends like SQQQ and SPY, but at these valuations, I simply do not feel comfortable. You never want to purchase at all-time highs, guys. We are reaching a peak that is higher than the last two peaks. And again, I talked about that possible double top scenario like Bitcoin, where basically Bitcoin made a slightly higher high, basically a wick up, a blow off top. This is exactly what we're seeing here in the market. You had this blow off top reaching a previous high than the last bullish run in the complacency stage. So basically this was your bull run and this was your complacency stage. But here on Bitcoin, because the moves are exacerbated, because the market is larger, because the market is constantly changing, the moves are exacerbated. So in the complacency stage, we see even bigger fluctuations to the up and down side when we go into the bear stage. So we're seeing bigger fluctuations, bigger volatility, and that's why in this complacency stage for Bitcoin, you've seen a blow off top in a higher high than this peak, but it still led to an overall downtrend in a bear market. This is what I think is very similar to the market, and I am not comfortable saying that a bull market is coming, especially with this type of risk on the table. Again, when you look at the psychology chart to keep your emotions in check, you can see the point of maximum financial risk is actually at the peak. This is literally the peak, guys. Do you want to take on the most financial risk right here at the peak? That is up to you guys. You guys have to choose, decide, figure out what you want to do. It is not my choice to say that, but me personally, I'm not comfortable doing so with my experience and my personal trading skills. Not comfortable going in at the peak, especially with a possible false break to the upside of a huge macro bear flag that still has a great possibility of playing out, which would also show and lead to that blow off top, very similar to what you're seeing in the psychology chart, that leads to an overall downtrend capitulation, that leads to a flattening out before a bigger move to the upside. Again, this is what the psychology chart is saying, and it looks exactly the same on SPY's chart. When you zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out, you guys can see that the psychology chart looks very similar, except the complacency stage has a second high, just like Bitcoin did. When in doubt, zoom out. You have your bull run, then your complacency stage, which is a higher high. Again, this does not mean a new bull run is coming. People thought a new bull run was coming here in Bitcoin. It didn't, and a lot of people got burned buying the top. And again, a lot of people, that's what they do. They buy the top and sell the bottom. So people that buy up here have to get a higher price. Think about that. Even if we go up a little bit more, guys, have to get a higher price to make profit. It's very, very risky buying here at these valuations, even on these other blue chip stocks, especially if they're near or at all-time highs. Now, on the bigger time frames, I showed you guys that RSI is overbought. Price is outside of the bands. Possible price targets, honestly, this 470 looks like a pretty good top in my opinion, but if we go any higher than that, and I did talk about 470 in my video, but if we go any higher than that, a possible price target would be 475 and 480. We're not going there just yet. Again, you have a tiny bit more room to run maybe on the weekly time frame because RSI is not overbought as of yet, but every other time frame RSI is extremely blown out. In my personal opinion, guys, this is a short squeeze. A lot of people were short down here. They thought the market was absolutely about to crash. The market said nope, took this last little bit liquidity, got the short squeeze to the upside. I think we're about to see this blow off top, which is basically a parabolic lift off before seeing an overall capitulation to the downside. And if that is true, this would be one of the most nasty rug pulls of the century. I hope it actually is not true, because a lot of people are about to get hurt in a big way. But guys, this is what the charts are saying. Again, not sustainable. Going straight up, not sustainable. When in doubt, zoom out, guys. Look how parabolic SPY has been going. I know we've been conditioned to think bull runs are just naturally going to always occur, and that's always the case. If this literally keeps continuing going parabolic, that means we're in an inflationary collapse. That means the end is already here. So that's extremely scary to me if SPY were to absolutely go parabolic. That means this is the end, guys. That means Bitcoin and SPY are going to go parabolic. Stocks are going to go parabolic, yes, but that means this is the end. We're in a hyperinflation collapse. It's going to be like Venezuela's stock market. Yeah, everything's going up, but your dollar and purchasing power is going down so much it doesn't even matter anyway. So I don't want that to happen, guys. I think people really need to understand what danger this could actually cause, guys. It's actually very, very scary to see this type of data and then see this type of reaction from the market. It's showing me that fundamentals are completely detached right now, and the market is going to come back down to reality. And when it does, it's going to be extremely nasty. So as a person with experience in the market and my personal opinion based off the charts, I'm not comfortable saying a new bull run is coming. Possible price targets are 475 and 480. I really think this 476 top looks really good as a possible top. Maybe see a little bit more push to the upside, 472. And I'll go ahead and mark that 472, 15 to be exact. But I really don't see how this can continue to go straight up without having major consequences and a pullback on the downside. And this setup does not look promising. And again, when you are trying to build a bull run, you want to build a solid base to the upside. You don't want all these gaps. You don't want this straight up parabolic movement. You want to be checking support. This, again, looks very, very scary in my personal opinion. Let's go ahead and hop into the meme stocks. The meme stocks actually did benefit from the overall bullish sentiment in the rally. I also believe the reason why we did see this move is because GameStop does not have a lot of shares available to short. I basically explained this in my live stream, but GameStop has 48% of the shares locked up in computer share. That means there's already a small float on GameStop. If 48%, almost 50% of the shares are locked up in computer share, which is direct register shares, that means the shares have to be go through a process to get sold, and they are in the owner's hands. That means there's a very little bit of liquidity. 50% of the shares are locked up. That's not even counting all the short shares being used and shares being bought, all of that stuff. So in play, you take the float and you already slashed that in half by 50%. That is why GameStop can literally take off at any moment and get absolutely out of control. We're seeing 36,000 calls expiring in the money at $20. If GameStop can manage to break $17.50, you have a very good chance at hitting $20. So again, $17.50 is going to be the golden zone that we want to see broken. If we see that broken, we have a very good chance to go to that $20 level. If we go to that $20 level, then we could see a massive gamma squeeze to the upside. Again, over 30,000 calls expiring in the money at that $20 level, and there are very little shares available to short. So if we do get up to those levels while we're building this bullish pennant base, we could see a massive pump. And again, this bullish pennant base is looking very, very good. This is a bullish pennant. That means it's a bullish continuation to the upside. You have your falling wedge, which means price is going to break out to the upside. Then you go on your bullish pennant, which is a bullish continuation. As long as we retest this as support and then retest it as support, break out of it and retest it as support and use it as support, then we can make that move towards that $20 level and actually get super crazy here on GameStop, guys. I don't want to get people too pumped up. Again, I'm not a moon boy, but this is what the charts are saying, guys. I'm very, very excited for what we could potentially see here this week or next week based off of the charts, the setups and the price action that we see here over the next couple of days. What's going to be interesting is tomorrow and Friday. That's going to really tell me where we're at, and it's going to give me a lot more clarity of what we could see. But guys, this is a very, very possible play what we could see on GameStop. And I did call a great buy signal on the Discord. If you want to get involved in the Discord, you got to hit me up on my email. Information is going to be linked down below, but it's DataZeroOfficial5 is my email. You can hit me up on Twitter and Instagram as well. Just say, hey, I want to join the Discord. Once you send me the $50 via PayPal or Cash App, I'll send you the link for the entry of Discord, and it's as easy as that to get in. But again, you have to hit me up on my email. If you want more information, you can ask me there as well. But overall, guys, GameStop looking good. Green MACD on the 4-hour time frame, holding key levels of support. We can see we had a little bit of dip here after hours. It might have been a stop loss hunt, but I do have this prediction for you guys here. Basically, what I'm looking for is GameStop to hold 1633 as support. As long as GameStop holds 1633 as support, we could see another move to the upside. We're possibly going to have a retest of $16, and if we hold $16, we could see another move to the upside. What we want to see used as support, basically breaking above and used as support to see a continuation up, is $16.71 and $17 even. If we see a break of either of those, we can see another bullish move to the upside. And again, I will be live streaming tomorrow, so tune in tomorrow if you want to catch me and check out what we're looking at for live updates and technical analysis. I have all of the charts here. Obviously, these are my charts, so I have the key support and resistance marked for you guys. But this is your prediction. You guys can see it here. You guys can see the price here over on your screen, and you can see what I'm looking at, the retest zones and everything here. Go ahead and pause, zoom in. Some phones you can zoom in and out and see what we're looking at. But guys, this is everything for GameStop. Let's go ahead and move into AMC and then wrap up this video. So AMC looking good in my personal opinion. What we want to see for AMC hold is 675. As long as we remain above 675, we will be good. I made this prediction here in the stream. You guys can see that it's tracking pretty accurately. We had this falling wedge, which is a nice push, meaning that we could get a nice push to the upside. I expect to see maybe even a little bit more momentum to the upside tomorrow. And it does look like both AMC and GME are set up for a bullish continuation. Again, we just had a decent move on GameStop. GameStop about 10%, AME a lot less. So AME might have to consolidate a lot less, but GameStop might have to consolidate tomorrow. So again, we're going to be looking and watching the key levels very, very closely. The thing that AMC needs to do is break above $7. Right now, AMC's max pain. So I'll go ahead and show you guys AMC's max pain. But once AMC breaks above $7, we could see a nice move. There's a good amount of call options there, and max pain is at $7 right now. That's going to be the price target that market makers try to get AMC to go to by Friday. Again, I told about the $7 calls, which went in the money earlier this week. They possibly could go in the money again. If you do get profit on those, make sure you take profit. The calls for SPY and the calls for GME obviously playing out very, very well, as those call options are in the money. Again, those plays are in the Discord. Check them out if you're not up on what I'm saying, especially if you already are in the Discord. AMC overall, the only concern I have would be the amount of shares that we're holding for AMC. You guys can see that there's 6.3 million short shares available for AMC. And again, this is a substantial amount of short shares, which they could use to try to dump the price and keep action from a minimal. But it's odd that they're sitting on them, guys. Again, they've been sitting on these for a while. What I'm thinking is they are waiting because they know a bigger move might come, especially if, again, this is if. I do not think SPYs can continue on the path it's taking. It's outside of the Bollinger Bands RSI. If we start to see this pullback and it does start to crash and really start to go the other way and catch a lot of people off guard, which is what the market loves to do, this could be the setup that everyone knows about. And basically, the bullish exuberance that I'm seeing from the market, it seems very, very irrational from my point of view. Again, some people might have a different point of view, but based off the fundamentals, the conflicts going on, the inflation, basically the Fed is saying that job is well done. This is the soft landing, you know, inflation's down. Do you feel like inflation's down? That's why I'm saying this cannot be the new normal, and a bull run is actually a bad thing, because if we get a bull run, that means it's an inflationary collapse, because obviously the economy is not good. That means fundamentals in the market are completely detached, and that is not a world you want to live in. Trust me, where your dollar is losing so much value each and every day. You're having to pay more and more every day as you wake up for food. This is not a good thing. Even if you are holding assets, you still don't make out unless you're holding an extreme amount of assets. Only the extremely wealthy make out in inflation. And again, that's maybe why they do want it, but that's a little bit more speculative. Let's go ahead and just try to keep our mindsets focused on what the charts are saying and keep emotion out of the picture. And that's why we only listen to the charts, the facts, the data on this video. Guys, with that being said, this is everything I have for you. If you found this video informative, please go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. I will be going live stream tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so check me out then, market open to market close, for live updates and predictions. And if you want to help out, again, just drop a comment, subscribe. We are growing each and every day, looking to add friends and family to the room. So guys, as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
All right, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And as always, y'all, I appreciate you. Thank you for all of you that watched to the end of this video to see this. And if you found it informative, like, comment, help the algo, do all that good stuff. Peace out, y'all.